This afternoon, we decided to head into Gravenhurst to go on a cruise. It was sold out for the afternoon. They also sell a high tea. We were leaving from Gravenhurst Port or Muskoka Wharf, and here I am on the ship. And here's Keith Sr. and Denise. Picture of a pretty lighthouse. There's a moose on that point that you can just barely see, and then a picture of Keith and I. This is the boat that we were on, the Winona 2. This is a picture of Gravenhurst Port or the Muskoka Wharf, and you can see the shipyards in the background, and the camera is just going to pan around to show you the ship, the Seguin that's there, and then the second ship that we were on, the Winona, coming in. We're just waiting for our turn to come and go on the ship. I just walked by it slowly here to give you a little bit of an idea of how big it is. Like I said, it was sold out, but it definitely wasn't at full capacity. And we had to wear our masks while we were inside the ship, and if we were outside, then we didn't have to. So you can see that top area up there that looks like a little balcony. On the second level, that's where we decided to sit. So this is a 4-level ship, and a really pretty picture of Gravenhurst, Lake Muskoka. The ship to the left is the Seguin, and it's the only RMS ship that's run by steam in the world right now. So they're just redoing it. That's why it wasn't able to go out today, but it was just a beautiful day. The rocks to the left of your screen, going into the center of the screen, the commentator on the ship told us that this used to be a POW camp, so we all found that very interesting. This little cove was still in Gravenhurst, and the cottages were absolutely amazing. This is the view from the top of the ship, and like I said earlier, it's 4 levels, so you're really quite high. Here's another view of the ship. Look at that ceiling. It's just amazing. People sitting here enjoying the scenery from inside. You could see here up on the left, there's a picture of one of the ships. As you continue moving, there's just a little area at the front that I decided to sort of peek around to see what kind of view was there. Just beautiful. Here is one of the many islands on Lake Muskoka. The commentator said there was 130 islands, both inhabited and not inhabited. One is a bird sanctuary. They also talked about Lake Muskoka being approximately 30 kilometers long and 15 kilometers wide. So that was interesting information. It goes all the way to Bala. Here's a picture of Keith's dad and Denise, his stepmom. Hi. They loved waving at all the people on our tour in the boats and on shore. And you can see this area here is one of the narrow areas to get through. I think they said the deepest it was over 200 feet, 72 meters, I think the gentleman said. Anyways, learned a lot about why different islands were named. Most of them were from people who came up in the 1900s, early 1900s, to settle here. So it's just interesting to learn about the history of everything as well. To add to some more history, we did go by the sanitarium that was used for people suffering with tuberculosis in the early 1900s to the 1950s. They said they will be tearing that down shortly because it is full of asbestos and clearly hasn't been lived in for quite some time. And the second one was 2 planes collided during training exercises. They took off from Camp Borden, which is just southwest of Barrie. and this happened at the beginning of World War II in December 1939. They found one of the planes that spring, but they didn't find the other plane until much later. And all the soldiers had a proper burial after that. Now you can see we're heading back into Gravenhurst. You can see the condos there. So many jet skis and boats were out. People at their cottages. It was such a beautiful day here in Muskoka. Hardly any clouds. Beautiful, sunny, a nice breeze. It was definitely a great day to be out on the water. And we had a really great time. We're finally back at shore. There is the Seguin that I spoke about earlier. It's a tiny bit smaller than the ship that we were on. But you can see in the background there the condos. This is Muskoka Wharf or Gravenhurst. So if you're ever up in Muskoka, head into Gravenhurst and go on one of these great cruises. We had a really nice day. It was perfect. Here's a close-up picture of that moose that we talked about earlier. Keith and I at the Steamships and me driving the ship. We had a great day with Keith's dad and Step Mom Denise. Thanks again for watching Sassy Muskoka. Stay tuned for more great videos.